Some sad breaking news. Legendary wrestler and star Hulk Hogan has died. That is according to the WWE. The star of the ring, big and small screens, was 71 years old.
Hulk Hogan, one of the most recognizable figures in the history of professional wrestling and a towering symbol of American entertainment, has died at the age of 71. The legendary WWE Hall of Famer, born Terry Gene Bollea, passed away early Thursday morning at his home in Clearwater, Florida, following a suspected cardiac arrest. Emergency services were called to his residence after he was found unresponsive. Despite swift action and transportation to a local hospital, Hogan was pronounced dead shortly thereafter. His longtime manager, Chris Flo, confirmed the news to NBC LA, adding that Hogan died surrounded by family. A legacy larger than life. Hulk Hogan was more than just a professional wrestler, he was a cultural phenomenon. Rising to fame in the 1980s, Hogan's charisma, dramatic flair, and overwhelming presence transformed wrestling from a regional curiosity into a national and global sensation. He signed with the then World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in 1983 and quickly became the face of the organization. His legendary reign as WWE champion spanned 1,474 days, the longest uninterrupted reign in the company's history. Hogan became a household name, headlining multiple WrestleManias and ushering in the golden era of wrestling on cable television. With catchphrases like, "What ya gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you," and his trademark red and yellow gear, Hogan captured the imagination of millions. From the ring to the screen. After dominating the wrestling world, Hogan pursued a successful film and television career. He starred in major motion pictures like Rocky III, as Thunder Lips, Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, and No Holds Barred. He also ventured into reality television with Hogan Knows Best, which offered viewers a behind-the-scenes look at his family life. His striking image, long blonde hair, handlebar mustache, and bulging biceps, became instantly recognizable across the world. Hogan was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005 by his Rocky III co-star Sylvester Stallone. Health battles and political presence. In recent years, Hogan had been battling a range of health issues. He underwent major heart surgery in June and was reportedly in a fragile state weeks before his passing. Yet, despite declining health, he continued to make occasional appearances and served as a brand ambassador for WWE. Hogan also made headlines for his foray into politics. A vocal supporter of former President Donald Trump, Hogan made appearances at multiple Trump rallies and famously tore off his shirt on stage during the 2024 Republican National Convention, just days after Trump survived an assassination attempt in Pennsylvania. Reactions from around the world. Tributes poured in from all corners of the globe as news of Hogan's death spread. WWE released a statement. WWE is saddened to learn that Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan has passed away. One of pop culture's most iconic figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global prominence in the 1980s. We extend our heartfelt condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans. Ric Flair, fellow wrestling legend and close friend, posted on X, formerly Twitter. "I'm absolutely shocked to hear about the passing of my close friend Hulk Hogan. Hulk has been by my side since we started in this business. An incredible athlete, friend, and father. No one will ever compare to you. Rest in peace, my friend." Remembering a titan of the ring. Gareth Thompson, founder of Wrestling Church and wrestling historian, reflected. Hogan wasn't just a wrestler. He was a symbol. When people think wrestling, the first name that comes to mind is Hulk Hogan. He put wrestling on the map, not just nationally, but globally. He was the Mount Rushmore of this industry. He added that Hogan's ability to transcend sports and become a multi-platform entertainer made him rare in the industry. Whether you put him in a ring, on a morning talk show, or in a Hollywood movie, he could sell it. Hogan was charisma personified. A political ally and pop culture fixture. Hogan's alignment with Trump was a mix of personal belief and brand image. Known for his entrance theme, Real American, and his patriotic gear, Hogan embodied the kind of Americana that appealed to Trump's campaign base. In return, Trump embraced the star power Hogan brought to the table. Political analysts and commentators noted Hogan's influence during the 2024 campaign, with some suggesting his support played a key role in rallying conservative voters. His presence on the stage after Trump's near-death experience was viewed as symbolic strength. The man behind the persona. Born Terry Jean Bollea in Augusta, Georgia, Hulk Hogan's journey to superstardom was anything but ordinary. Before stepping into the ring, he was a passionate musician, playing bass guitar in several Florida-based bands. But fate had other plans. With his towering physique and magnetic personality, Hogan was eventually introduced to professional wrestling, and the rest was history. His rise through the territorial wrestling scene in the late 1970s laid the groundwork for what would become an iconic career. It was Vince McMahon Sr. who first saw potential in Bollea, but it was Vince McMahon Jr. who transformed him into Hulk Hogan, a name that would soon define an era. Yet, behind the glitz and glory of Hulkamania, the man lived a life of complexities. Hogan's private world often spilled into public view. His highly publicized divorce from Linda Hogan, legal battles, and a leaked tape scandal all brought intense media scrutiny. For a time, it seemed the legacy of Hulk Hogan might be permanently tarnished. But through it all, through the setbacks, the lawsuits, the apologies, he remained a cultural icon. To many fans, he was more than a celebrity, he was a symbol of childhood, strength, and redemption. His ability to rise again, even when counted out, mirrored the very comebacks he was known for in the ring. Hogan is survived by his wife, Sky Hogan, whom he married in 2023, and two children, Brooke and Nick, from his previous marriage to Linda. His family described him as a loving father, husband, and fierce protector of those he loved. A record that stands the test of time. Hulk Hogan's reach was unprecedented. One of his matches in the 1980s drew over 33 million television viewers, a record that still stands as one of the most watched wrestling broadcasts in American history. In an age before social media and digital virality, Hogan was a one-man media empire. What made Hogan unique wasn't just his strength or athleticism, it was his showmanship. He fused athletic combat with theatrical drama, creating a new genre of sports entertainment. Whether it was the exaggerated leg drop, his exaggerated poses to the crowd, or the dramatic shirt rip, Hogan knew how to captivate an audience. Decades after his prime, Hulk Hogan merchandise remained in demand. Fans of all ages wore his shirts, chanted his name, and filled arenas just to see him appear. His legacy wasn't tied to a single era, it stretched across generations. A final bell for a wrestling giant. The death of Hulk Hogan marks more than the loss of a superstar, it signifies the end of a chapter in American entertainment history. He was the immortal, the real American, and to many, a childhood hero who embodied strength, patriotism, and perseverance. He gave wrestling a soul, a voice, and a face. Whether you were there for the birth of Hulkamania, thrilled by his Hollywood Hogan persona in the NWO, or recently discovered him on streaming platforms, his impact was undeniable. Train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. Be true to yourself and true to your country. Be a real American. Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. The ring, and the world, will never be the same.